primarily, Zen mains versus mech-equipped engineer. Um, while they're both rank 3s and they both serve a similar purpose, mech-equipped is kind of better, and here's why. Versus a game where you go into Zen mains, they're going to attack Zen mains 3 times. I mean, yes, he does have decent attack, and it may stall them out long enough so that they'll get something that has higher attack, and sometimes that's the case, and then it's useful. Most of the time, though, mech-equipped is better to use because you use mech-equipped, you detach, you put it in defense, your life points are safe. If your field spell is up, they can only attack it. It essentially ends their battle phase for 3 turns, and they can't destroy it by card effect or by battle. So it's better if you have to stall with engineer. For Succubus, and I did touch up on this a minute ago, can be used in conjunction with pretty much any Ghostrick monster. Preferably, you could use it with Ghoul. The way Succubus's effect works is with the total combined attack, whether or not it's original or not. So, say you use something to give her more attack with Ghoul. So you basically just add Ghoul's attack into her. So she would have 2,500. But she would have her 2,500 and then Ghoul's 1,100, allowing you to kill anything below. So that's something to take in mind. The Monster Zone thing, as I said before, isn't terribly useful. She has another effect that's not terribly useful either, where if you control another Ghostrick monster, she can't be attacked. Not that useful. That's not something that really comes into play much at all, but it's still a good rank 2. So you can finally do something with your spellcasters. And her effect's not that bad. 2 Dullahan, because Dullahan's good. I like to go into Dullahan as soon as possible. Not only because he does get boosted attack, but really it's because he halves attack. And if you're playing a game where you're having to summon your level 1s, they're going to take up your field and they're going to get in the way of your Alucard plays or anything else you're trying to do. So you summon Dullahan and you clear up a spot on the field and you get a pretty good effect off of it, which is why I like to use Dullahan, and this thing has actually closed games for me, so Dullahan is great. Lanterns are good. Good combo with him is to use Ghostrick go around to stall 1 attack, preferably something like Dahl or Jiangshi so you can plus off of it, and then use Lantern. You negate 2 attacks, and although if you're going to use go around like that, make sure it's the second to last attack. So take that into mind because you won't be able to do much without it. Alucard is pretty much the prime target for this. I really don't care if Dullahan dies after his material's gone. So this is really just to protect Alucard. 2 Jack Frost. He's, people compare him a lot to Book of Moon, which is essentially true. It does have to be a direct attack, so your Ghostricks will not be protected by him. I'll tell you one good play I really did just recently was my opponent had 3 monsters on the field. I had a Parade and 2 Lanterns, and then I had a Jack Frost. My opponent had a Cyber Twin Dragon, and my field was about full. So I Jack Frosted his Cyber Twin Dragon to flip it face down so it couldn't use another attack. So take into account that Jack Frost will set up for Alucard pops and negate effects like that, or anything that would happen to face up monsters. Say you Jack Frost Stardust Dragon, needle sealing next turn. So if they're not face up, they can't use their effects. So just take that into mind and pick your targets wisely. The 3 Marys, you take damage. You're going to take damage at some point. And if you're going to take damage, and if it's going to be halved, why not benefit from it? So Mary is any monster in the deck. I like to use Mary on a Jiangshi if I don't have one already set up, and I like to use it on Mummy to swarm the field, exceed, etc. I am using 2 Steins. Okay. 2 Steins. He's your trap and spell searcher. There's no reason not to run him. His attack is fairly good as far as Ghostricks go. This is the highest attacking monster outside of Alucard. And it's really not that hard to get his effect off. I know a lot of people have a hard time doing it, but I've never really had that much of a problem. Even if you have to use Dullahan's effect to get Stein's effect, you're looking at, if they have 3150, you do 50 points of damage, big deal, whatever. You still get a trap that's going to set you up for next turn. Gold, one of my favorite cards ever. Highest potential attack for Ghostricks, by the way, is 9400 attack. But if you use Ghoul's effect, it's a lot less. Because he does original attack, so Dullahan does not get his bonus, and it doesn't stack. So it's original attack. So if you have Dullahan, you're only getting 1000 from him. So take that into mind if you're going for massive damage. Either way, Ghoul and Stein, that's just 2700 attack. Ghoul and Stein and Alucard, Ghoul and Stein and Dullahan is 3700 plus you're having your opponent's attack. So that's good to know. 2 Alucards and 2 Steins and a Mummy is the maximum amount of damage you can do with Ghoul's effect, by the way. One which doesn't see as lot as play anymore. It's something you really don't need. Your traps and spells pretty much do everything and then some with this, but she will set anything. So just take it into mind. She's really useful, but 1 is enough of her. 2 dolls. Essentially a floater. Doll will set up your field with, you set 3 total monsters at the end turn. Summon level 3. Summon level 2, so see, you get attacked. Doll flips, it gets destroyed, summon another doll. And then you can float with her. You can even go doll, and succubus. Really thins out your deck too. Then 3 Jiangshi, because it's the searcher of everything you need in this deck. Level 3s, level 2s, your level 1s, level 1s are like the most important thing in this deck. You run Jiangshi. Mummy, 1's enough. He does restrict you. If you're gonna exceed anything outside of Alucard, don't play him, because as long as he's face up, you can't summon anything but dark types, which essentially means Alucard. 2 Cranes, summons level 3s from your grave, exceed immediately. For the trap lineup, okay, see the scares, why you use those. Go rounds, same thing. If you get really good with using go around, you can really manipulate your opponent's field and flip one of their monsters face up if you have to, do some damage to them, get them out of the way. And go around combined with this is amazing, because if they're set with go around, you flip 1 monster a turn with go around, 2 if you have more than that. They stay down with this card. Two needle ceilings, destroys anything face up, but there must be 4 more. I know a lot of people can play around this now because they know. Like if they see Ghostricks, they assume needle sealing, and they will play around it. So just take that into account. If you have to summon a level 1 from your hand, do it. Vanish. Side a third, really. There's a lot of decks that use Mass Destruction. Top of my head, Gladiator Beast, Lightsworns, and any deck that has rank 4s because of Excidon. It also protects your field spell if need be, and if you really need it, you can get it back with Duelahan or Alucard. 2 MSTs. Focus on stuff like Skill Drain, Royal Decree, other field spells. If you chain MST to a field spell, by the way, it won't activate. So, yeah, MST negates. It's kind of funny. And you keep your field spell. 2 potted dualities. You can use 3. I like 2. 3's too many for me. Deck space was an issue. It's a staple in everything I play. 2 Swords of Concealing Light sets all your opponent's monsters for 2 turns. It's really good to follow this up with Knight, by the way. Terraforming, because this is a deck that pretty much revolves around a field spell, so terraforming's good. I was hesitant to use it at first, but I had to. Adds consistency, you know, it's good. 3 mansions. Core play of the deck is to use mansion because you take half damage, you get attacked directly, you get your attack directly effect, and it's, you know, that's like the building block of Ghostricks. And then Parade, because Parade can be chained in many ways. If you have a level 1 in your hand, you chain a lantern and you add a card from your deck to your hand, you negate an attack, you get field presence, and you get card presence or hand presence. People will often attack you, and then they'll realize I'm plussing. They'll stop. That's when they'll really stop to see this kind of damage they're doing to themselves. No one will try to attack you with anything really over anything under 2,500. They won't bother with. So it will get destroyed at one point. I find it's really good because I'd rather Parade be killed than Mansion. Because Mansion's the card I want. Parade is just a little gimmick for me. As soon as I'm done with Parade, as soon as I got 1 Vanish, 1 Scare, 1 Go Round, and I have a filled set of monsters, and who are we kidding? You're gonna have a field full of monsters. Just swap it out. Anyway, this has been my Ghostrick deck profile. Sorry I rambled on a little bit. You can find me on The Dawn of a New Era, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro program by Kaiba Corporation. My name is Tabris92 on there, current general of Cyber Legacy. And you can find me on Pojo.biz forums as Iblis92. And if you stop by the Ghostrick thread, hit me up. Thanks for watching.